Ladies, gentlemen, geeks of all ages, you are now entering BJ Shea's Geek Nation. Welcome.
All right, well, so we're back. We've fueled up. We've got some food, so you might hear some crunching and some chewing and things like that.
I'm still fueling up. I won't stop.
Fuel up. That's what I'm talking about. So when we left off, we discovered that I had achieved an extra 20% accuracy, and I found out that if you put armor on, you can live longer.
And maybe catch a little less fire.
Basic tenets of the game.
Well, let's be fair, though. You haven't played a lot of these games before to know that accuracy and shooting and armor would be helpful. So you're a novice at this. Yeah.
Partly thank you for that, and partly shut up because I know that's sarcasm.
No. No.
So now we're heading back to town.
Yeah, we're gonna head over to old Abernathy's place.
Old Abernathy.
Drake Abernathy sent me on a mission. He said, my daughter got took by them raiders, and so what I'm going to need you to do is go pick up her locket and bring it back to me. So I said, sure, I'm not on a hunt for my own son or anything. I'm going to go all the way across town here, kill a bunch of people to get your daughter's jewelry back.
Yeah,
sure.
and what's the locket in case she doesn't get back to him? At least he's got something to remember her by. I mean,
Essentially, yeah, it's one of those memento sort of things.
Yeah.
Her grandmother gave it to her, and
Here's the basis of every quest in every MMO or every RPG ever. I lost something. Go find it for me.
Yep.
And then bring it back.
And in return, you get
Cash and prizes. And
Sometimes-
red roach
Ooh,
meat.
and there's a knife.
You're carrying too much meat.
Oh, darn it. Oh.
This is what happens when you're over encumbered.
Fine.
You're really slow.
Drop something else. Yes, I'm a hoarder. And you'll see when we get back to my... Oh, why do I have a Burnt Lifestyle magazine?
Oh, I told you to pick up a paper.
It doesn't weigh anything, though, either, so never mind. It doesn't matter.
I want to see what's going on while I'm burnt. What kind of lifestyles you live.
That's fair. All right. Road leathers? 1. Nope. I gotta find something bigger. I hate dropping weapons, but...
It only weighs 1, too.
I have... I'm
Why
not dropping my minigun.
Why the 2 miniguns?
So I can fix one with the other.
Oh, so one could get broke.
Right. So one of the things that happens regularly is you're going to start, by using your weapons, they're going to start wearing down. At least this is the way it was in the old game. And what you needed to do to repair them was to collect more of them and then sort of scavenge the parts off of one to fix the other. And
That seems very realistic.
it is a bit.
There you go.
All right.
I don't know if I want that much realism in my games.
I just saw something that said Wild Mutant. Like you went over something. Was it just a... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you like mouse or you like went over.
Hang on.
But
Let's go back.
Yeah,
Let's
be
go
careful
back.
of the wild mutant, buddy.
Was it this?
no,
No, that's a dead mutant.
no, that's a Brahmin. That's fine.
Wasn't dog meat? Oh, wait. Oh. Something happened just then.
That's very bizarre, Rev. What are you seeing?
Wild mutant.
Wild
mute
fruit.
Mut fruit.
I'm harvesting that wild mute fruit.
Well, I'm just as long as it's not like a wild mutant. Like that's my thing.
That
I know
would've been
about
a
the
problem.
super mutants and stuff like that. That's a little more terrifying than fruit. I don't know.
A little?
I'm kind of scared of fruit. So.
I suppose if he was a real wild mutant, we'd be dead right now.
So we walked past it like 3 times exactly. So, all right.
Is that the Batmobile? Yeah, look at that, dude. Okay, maybe not.
I can see where you got that from, though. I mean, the coloration and the fin up the back, and
Okay, first I have to tell you, it's been a long time since I've really stared at a game in a while that's based on like a world that doesn't exist. It's pretty cool. I mean, Call of Duty and games like that, it's cool, but because it's based on stuff that we see every day. A post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
I have to say, pretty sweet how they're making this look.
And it's essentially with the Fallout world, it's imagine the Cold War never really, like, in like the nuclear threat of the 50s and 60s and such, they got kind of stuck in that era.
Oh, like it happened.
Like
what we were all afraid of, they did.
And yeah, basically what the whole basis and the premise around Fallout is that superpowers come to be and they do their thing, but then when the world's resources start to run out and dry up, that's when the war starts happening for those resources. Hence the nuclear war happening, and causing all of basically the death and destruction that you have at this point in time. just from, superpowers needing the resources to continue to live.
Yeah, that car looked like it was a 1950s era.
Yeah, and that's
where we are.
And that's like with the music playing, nothing progressed beyond that. So you have like the world of tomorrow future, where how it's how the Space Needle was like, this is what it's going to be, and we're all going to be wearing silver vinyl suits and eating food out of test tubes and having our robot companions do all of these things for us, but they're big bubbly robots. Or the hollow discs, because they never had MP3s.
No.
They just had tape and other things like that in order for their technology. So it's all based on ooh, is that a boat fly?
Yeah.
Those things are gross.
Super gross. Maybe he's not going to notice me.
Yeah, this is one of those post-apocalyptic future type things that I've really loved, and a lot of people resonate with.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because it's fun, it's super stylized, but it's familiar enough that people can kind of enjoy it and still understand. Oh yeah, I know what power lines are, I know what giant things are, and I know what bugs and stuff are, but it has that retro feel that's kind of cool.
So, BJ, you might be interested to know that right down there is the town of Concord, and when I say Concord, I mean Concord, Massachusetts.
No, that's where we are. We're in my own stomping grounds.
This
Yes, we
game
are.
takes place in and around Boston.
Oh, I should have recognized
you,
the
man.
attitude.
Ha ha!
Oh, got the EXP. That's a lot of EXP for that one.
Just for bringing back a locket. Okay, I'm sorry about all the grousing I did.
Does
Look at
Blake,
that! Holy cow!
Does Blake have a Massachusetts accent? Thanks for bringing it back, buddy.
Blake Abernathy.
I'm looking for that locket.
If you could bring my daughter's locket back, that would be great. That would be whizza.
Yeah, we're not actually swearing for this, but just imagine a lot of swearing with that
It would
accent.
be wicked pissa, is what it would be, which
All
is
right.
not really a swear.
No.
You know, look at buddy. You know if I was swearing. I'll tell you that right now. Oh boy,
There's a bloat fly.
you will kill it. Oh, look at him. He's delightful.
Wordle.
So one thing I've always loved about these games is just the ridiculous violence.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's just the base of it.
the amount of just viscera and gore that comes out when you pop
So
something.
we saw it when you shot him in the head and the blood was going everywhere. It's there's something satisfying about it. It's the same reason why you play like GTA. It's something you can never do in your life. I'm never gonna be able to in my life. Well, hopefully never
Hopefully,
run
I hope
across the
this-
wasteland.
I hope that too.
Now, have you been here before?
So this is actually my neighborhood.
Oh,
This is and if we go into the one house that I actually
you can build
the
a-
house that you start out in.
oh, so this is where you build the settlements and stuff.
Nice little
Right.
place outside of Concord.
Now, is that a good guy? Is that just
So one of the first mission
holy
that
crap,
you
there's
go
just
on
people everywhere.
over in Concord is you go and you work for these people, and then you say, hey, why don't you come and join me in my town? And here's Preston Garvey. I call him Hammerlock, but that's a Borderlands reference for all you kids at home. But what you can do, this here is actually my home. So
Wow.
in the opening scenes of the game, everything's fine. The apocalypse hasn't happened, and you are just in this house, and you're in the bathroom, and you're like taking care of your baby. Oh, Dogmeat found something. Hang on.
Dogmeat found a baby?
Dogmeat found a baby. Dogmeat, where are you?
And you heard him barking, so it's like, obviously, he's like, hey, something's going on.
Dogmeat.
Dog meat. By the way, I love what you've done with your house.
Thank you. I had someone in. And this is Sean's crib.
That's
Oh,
sad.
Yeah.
hey, we're in the crib of the crib. Oh, the wooden block.
I'm taking the wooden blocks.
That's it. That's a clue.
Oh, Blast Radius board game.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, now I'm excited because I.
Oh, he found something. You know what you found, Dogmeat? You found the place I've been putting all of my extra stuff.
Oh.
Found the dresser.
Thanks, buddy.
Wow, you got a lot of things in there, too.
I do. Oops, I wanted that.
Yeah, but dog meat, you hired him to find you stuff.
That's true.
He found it.
And so is Dogmeat the only companion you have so far, or do the other guys, are you able to use them yet?
No, I haven't met anybody besides Dogmeat yet. He's like the first thing you run into too.
Yeah.
The Boston Bugle.
That's what I'm talking about. My favorite paper.
I'm just gonna drop some of this stuff off real quick.
So the stuff that weighs a lot.
Yeah, you
Weighing
probably
it
want to
down.
do that.
Whoa, Deathclaw.
Oh yeah, I killed a Deathclaw already. No big
Wow. Yeah. Well.
deal. Yeah, actually a huge deal.
Yeah, that's one of the most BJ, one of the most terrifying creatures within the entire wasteland are Deathclaws. They're just basically giant meat shredders, for lack of a better term. Huge hulking monstrosities that big claws look like. Oh God, I don't know. What would you even explain them as? Because
You're doing all right.
yeah, just big monsters, long arms, long legs, super fast, super strong, tons of hit points.
Horns, huge horns like
Yeah.
a bull's horns.
And you already
almost.
beat one.
I was in my power suit when I did it, so
Yeah,
I can't take all the credit.
Oh, you had a power suit.
Yeah, wait.
Boy,
look
life
at
has
this.
really gotten worse since you
Look
got
at this. Boom, power suit.
Whoa.
Power
Whoa.
armor.
So I have to ask you something. Why are you not always running around in that?
Because those things take usually was the fusion cores,
Fusion core.
which is a battery power.
Right now, no power.
Yeah, he's probably lacking that. The problem with those things is that if it runs out, you're not moving it anywhere. So unless you got a couple of those, it's best to not use them unless you're going to a place where you know you're going to be facing like a big bad guy, like a Deathclaw or a super mutant. These are the things that you're really waiting on that stuff for. Like regular humans, for the most part, aren't that bad. We saw Chris, take out a bunch of raiders.
Yo.
So you don't really have to worry so much about those guys. You can sneak and attack in those. But super mutants, those are the guys that, first off, they're usually carrying stuff like miniguns or mini nukes or rocket launchers, amongst other things.
Damn!
So you can't even get close to them because they are really stupid. They'll just blow themselves up.
So we will find more power for that suit at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have to go back to your old neighborhood.
Go back to the neighborhood.
So now you're on foot. Will there be transportation at some point to explore more of this world? Or are we stuck in Concord?
I think with this one, it's definitely in the Boston area. Fallout 3 was based around the DC area. Fallout New Vegas was in the Vegas area. The original Fallout and Fallout 2 based themselves in Northern California and Oregon and that area. So it's kind of snapshots in time of where in each area. It's almost kind of like Mad Max in those terms of here's a specific thing that's happening in this area in the apocalypse. So you'll see a lot of things that are the same with like some things. Like sometimes you'll see like the NCR, which is the New California Republic. Obviously those guys are in California. And then you've got like the Enclave, which is the government, and you see a lot of those on the East Coast. And I know with Massachusetts, there was a talk about how it's, can't remember the name of it, but they mentioned it in Fallout 3, where this is where a lot of the brain trust, a lot of the smart people ended up. Because, like MIT and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Before the apocalypse, has all of the smart people. Whoa! A bayoneted, shredding machine gun.
Look, and so I need a bunch of screws.
Some adhesives.
No, I have screws and steel. What I need is adhesives.
And I know that I was looking on the Reddit for Fallout, it was just /r/F04, that you can make adhesives with a bunch of like starch items. Like you can just make adhesive.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
So you need to look that up. I don't know what it takes to make them, but I know that you can make adhesives really easily. So it's one of those things that you can find. But that's amazing. You can just create some of the most insane weapons ever. Like, that was terrifying. You added...
I'm going to do that. But I'm going to start looking around for some more adhesives next time, guys. We're clocking in at just about 15 minutes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break from this for a minute. I'm going to try and get some feeling back in my thumb. And, and we'll be right back.